I'm in the iBox gym today. With me, I've got super middleweight talent Lerrone Richards. How are you, Lerrone?
I'm good, James. Yourself?
I'm very, very well. Great to be here in the iBox gym. What's the atmosphere in here like normally?
It's good. It's like a family. We have some fun. We know when to have fun, and we know when to get serious. You know what I mean? So it's a really, really good atmosphere.
You're progressing fantastically in the super middleweight division. 9-0 now. 4 fights this year as well. So you've been very active in 2017.
Very active, and that was the plan for me to gain momentum. And that's what we've done now, and it's time to get on and move on to bigger fights now.
Bigger fights you mentioned. What sort of fights interest you? Was there anyone on your radar? Anyone that excites you? Fights that you hope can be made?
There's a lot of fights out there that can be made. I'm not the only talented super middleweight out there. There's a lot of them out there. But obviously, to be the best, you've got to beat the best, and I'm prepared to fight any one of them if I have to.
What's the plan moving forward from here? You're 9-0. Would you have your eyes on maybe getting a shot at an area title, potentially maybe an English title?
Well, obviously, I know it's all cliche, but obviously I'll leave all that down to my management. There's some big fights on, like I think they're talking about Jermaine Smile now, that I should be fighting on, I think, November 27th, they told me, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Jermaine Smile, you mentioned he was in 2 cracking fights with your ex-stablemate Daryl Williams as well, so no doubt you would have watched them fights quite closely on BoxNation.
Yeah, I did, absolutely. I was at one of them, wasn't I, in Leicester, when Daryl won the title, and yeah, he's a good fighter, very tough. If I do fight him, it's going to be a very, very tough night for me, but I believe I'm prepared, and I believe that I'm ready for this level.
Tell us a little bit about Lerrone Richards. What's life like away from the cameras, away from the boxing ring for you, Lerrone?
Well, I don't really take anything too seriously. I just get on with it, take every day as it comes. Just enjoy and spend time with positive people. That's just the way I roll, the way I go about my business.
In the super middleweight division, we've seen George Groves will face Chris Eubank Jr in the World Boxing Super Series. As a boxing fan and a future rival of these guys, how do you see that fight playing out?
It's a hard one to call. Obviously, a lot of people say it's a 50-50 fight. George Groves has had the experience. He's been boxing at a higher level. But then Chris Eubank Jr, he's relentless, fit, strong. So it's going to be a very, very, very good fight, and I can't wait to watch it.
If you had to pick a winner out of that fight, if you had to place your money on one of those boxers to be successful, what boxer would you lean toward?
If Groves decides to have a war with Eubanks, then Eubanks. If Groves boxes Eubanks, Groves.
You sparred Chris Eubank Jr. Do you think, watching him of late, he's improved since that sparring experience?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I've always respected him as a fighter. Very strong, relentless, knows what he has to do in that ring. But yeah, definitely he's improved, yeah.
Is that a fight somewhere down the line that you would like?
It's a bit far-fetched right now, obviously. Right now I'm still building up, I still need to prove myself. A lot of these sparring stories and stuff that I want people to start seeing me in the ring and see me perform in that ring, and obviously I need the opponents to do that, so maybe, who knows.
We've also seen on BoxNation Billy Joe Saunders is going to go to Canada to face David Lemieux. Very interesting fight and exciting times. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's a tough fight, a very tough fight. I think Billy just needs to stick to his boxing, and then he'll win by points, I believe, yeah.
Do you think he'll be too skilled technically for David Lemieux?
David Lemieux, he's technical himself. Come forward, rugged, technical. Got a good hook. But yeah, I think Billy Joe's got more technical ability and he's got a better IQ than David Lemieux, so I think Billy Joe will win that fight.